everybody, Jenny Sprung here. I'm going to talk about shoulder pain. So I have a real close experience, real close encounter with shoulder pain. I put in a patio in 2012 and did about 30 wheelbarrows of soil and ripped my shoulder, and it took a year. It took a year to get better. And I've treated a lot of shoulder pain. Most will come in and they won't be able to move their arm at all. The pain will be across here. They'll be all through here. Subscapularis, teres major minor, even deltoids and triceps, bicep, as well as infraspinatus, supraspinatus, trapezius. All of this can be so sore. Hard to work. Most of the time the best thing to do is to rest, ice and or heat. But if the shoulders hurt you, there is some simple, easy ways to release trigger points, decrease pain, and kind of place the shoulders on the road to healing, okay? And that's really what the shoulder, they actually need to be guided very gently for healing purposes, and towards range of motion, increased range of motion, and towards not aching. I couldn't even move a teapot. So, and certainly couldn't do this, certainly couldn't do any of the arms behind the back, or even could not reach into the back of the car. So I have firsthand knowledge on how I cured myself, and I got neurosomatic massage therapy, got a lot of it, and all of that information about that therapy or other therapies is on my website, treatyourselfnaturally.com. By the way, I'm Jenny Sprung. I'm a certified zero balancer and a neurosomatic massage therapist. I also am a myofascial practitioner, lymph drainage. I do a ton of work, visceral work inside the mouth. So check my website out, because there's a lot of great videos about how to reduce pain all over the body. And there's also articles that accompany the videos. So what you'll need today for this segment, this is segment 1 of shoulder, is a foam roller, okay? And mine's pretty beat up. I've taken it all over with me. My daughter's dog, Mondo, took a bite out of that, but it still works. It's fine. We're going to start with that, but I'd also like you to perhaps find a stone. You may have a massage tool stuck in a drawer somewhere, maybe in a closet. See if you can find it. These T-bars are great. One's a beveled edge, one is a flat edge. We'll talk about those. Those resources are on my website, and where to buy all of this is on my website. Some of it's expensive, some of it isn't. These are not expensive. This is not expensive. Triggerpoint.com stuff is excellent, but it's expensive. This is just a tennis ball, but the other small rollers that go with the kit are expensive. But you're going to want your balls from around the house. Some T-bars or some sort of pressure point piece, anything at all. So a racquetball, a small little ball like that. You can get a lacrosse ball, which is pretty hard. And I know you all have dryer balls. They're pretty soft, but still, when you're dealing with acute, really sore, or even chronic long-term shoulder pain, you gotta start slow and easy with a lot of breath. And the breathing is 2 or 4 counts in, 4 or 8 counts out. That reduces stress. It's the key to breathing and relaxation and tuning into your body. So we're going to put the balls away. We're going to go with the foam roller for starters. It's going to be on your side. You're going to put the roller perpendicular to your mat. You can be on a rug. I wouldn't recommend a bed for this. And I will have a series of videos for those who can't get out of chairs and maybe wheelchair bound, and even hopefully those who are bound in bed. I'm hoping to get pain relief videos for them as well. So please visit treatyourselfnaturally.com and Jenny Sprung, and be a part of it, and tune into your body. So knees are bent, Hips are stacked. You're supporting your head. Any long hair is up. Got a smile on your face. Abs are nice and tight. And you're breathing. First thing you're going to do is you're going to place the foam roller right across the very lowest part of the shoulder blade. So it's going to be right here. So come right through here. And you can see the lat is there. The teres major, minor, subscapularis. Great muscles, big, beautiful, strong muscles that can get really sore. So the first thing you're going to do is just kind of roll back and forth. With the shoulder work, there's a lot more cross fiber friction. So I'm going to face down a little bit and breathe. You might need to move some breast tissue out of the way. You don't want to go too far in the upper ribs. You just want to get some of your serratus up underneath the armpit. And then you're going to go back. And you can use the top arm as a guide. You're going to see if you can find a place. See, when you come back here, you can even bring that top arm back and you can roll on that blade. You can kind of move the arm the side you're working. You can do both sides. And you're going to come into some really sore spots. The infraspinatus in my practice I have found is just got some real ferocious trigger points. So see if you can get those. And how do you know it's a trigger point? Well, it's going to feel tight. It's going to feel sore. What you're doing is you're creating blood flow. You're reducing the ischemia. You're going to go into some of the shoulder points there. And once you find one, see there's one for me that's always really intense. And I'm supporting my head. I'm going to practice those long, deep exhales. Yeah. I'm going to come back, forward again. Then I'm going to scoot down, but the roller's going to go up. And I'm going to go on right up underneath the armpit. And get all those attachments. There's some really great attachments in here. You can bridge up a little bit to put more emphasis, but don't overdo it. Just check it out, see how it feels. If you get crunches or something, come out of it. Take a break, don't overdo it. Come back into it, and then what you can do is you can pull the roller a little bit more in front of you, the longer part of the roller in front of you, and you can support the head with the back hand, and you can roll that arm right on the roller. So you're going to roll the deltoids, mostly the posterior deltoids, some of the lateral deltoid, and roll it around, and then you can move the arm. You can supinate and pronate the arm, roll that around, see what you can work there. And it doesn't seem like much, but that rolling work on the shoulder is pretty incredible. And now you can go ahead and get a little bit further on to the back, but you're still going to roll to the side. See how my knees are bent? They're being a guide for my body. Do you see how I'm supporting my head? And I'm going to roll up a little bit, and I'm going to come, whoa, right into the shoulder blade. And I'm going to relax, not tense up. And take a break. Get a little bit of the upper back while you're there. Bridge up and roll. And then come back and do a little more shoulder. This is for all you construction workers. This is so good. It will really create freedom, increased range of motion, decreased pain and discomfort. But you don't want to do it too long and not with too much force. You want to really tune in. So you find a place that's sore and pause. Practice that long breath. Yeah. And work that shoulder all the way down and around. So this is the upper back. This is the shoulder, and I'll show you the back part of the shoulder so you can see where it goes. So we start just at the bottom of the shoulder blade. You don't need to go down any further than this, and you're supporting and you're rolling up. And you'll feel when it gets to the blade. It's maybe 4 inches, 3 inches. It's not a large space. So you're going with the fibers, sort of. So you're up and down, and then you can go forward and backwards. If you sit at a desk a lot and you're typing all day long and you've got those arms really tight and your wings aren't spread, spread your wings out, open them up. Let the heart, let the ribs open. Let everything be free. Well, this video may be at the most 6, possibly 11 minutes. That's it. And see, now this is really sore, and this makes me want to stop. And don't overdo it. If it's too sore, come out of it. Take a break. Guitar players, bass players, musicians, violinists, piano players, baseball players, all sorts of sports, tennis. So good. Massage therapists, those people that are always using their arms. Oh wow, now see, I can't lift up and put my weight on that. That's too sore. So I'm going to come back. Now I'm going to go just a little bit more on the side, and I'm going to make sure I position myself so I'm on the roller securely at all times. You can come off anytime. And that's a real sore spot for me. So I'm going to have to work that again. I can't get it all this time. I have to come back to it. And then I can roll the arm out this way a little bit. Supporting myself, supporting my head, deltoid. So start with that, and then what else I'd like to show you are the balls. We're going to roll the roller out of the way. We're going to take the dryer ball, because most everybody has one of these. But this is a little foot rolling ball, which I have in another video. But this is also pretty dense and pretty strong, so you can use that in the infraspinatus. Where are you going to put it? Right on the shoulder blade. Now that's going to be pretty intense, so you might want to start on your bed. So you're going to just place it underneath the blade and just roll the arm around. Whoa, that's pretty cool. I love it. I love the balls and the foam rollers. We've just cured so many sports injuries, and we're always using our bodies and depending on our bodies for so much. We give back to our bodies, and that's what I'd like you to be empowered to do, is give back to your body. Find a spot that's sore, and you know there's a couple places that I know most of you are really going to like, is that inside the shoulder blade, between the spine and the blade. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So, a little hard to see, but you'll find it. And then you can move the arm around. You can do internal and, external rotation. You can move the arm around and just go in and find the spots. And this is where you really want to be therapeutic with it. I feel this in my jaw. I feel this in my neck. And the next video in the series is the jaw, the head, the cranium, the eyes. I'm going to show you some ways to decrease pain and discomfort in the cranium. So please come and visit me at my website and see if any of this will help you or members of your family or anyone you love or care about in your practice. Sometimes, we work on patients and they leave all the work up to us because it's too painful. What we do sometimes can create, a lot of trigger point release, a lot of change in the body. The tissues hold so much. The issues are in the tissues. So when we ask people to do little bitty bits of homework at home, it amplifies their chiropractic work, it amplifies their physical therapy, it amplifies neurosomatic therapy. And plus, if you work all day, you might only have time to do this, right? I love it. So that was the dryer ball, and that was pretty intense. I like that, but you can use a tennis ball. If you use a lacrosse ball, be careful. And you can use that all in the blades, between the spine and the blade. All up and through here. Let's see if I can get in the picture. All up and through here, between the blade, the shoulder blade, and the spine. And it's a great place. And it's probably a place where you've always wanted somebody to press in is right in here, right where that blade comes in, and the medial border of your shoulder blade. So there's an article that's associated with this on my website that will have some anatomy photos, just you know, for informational purposes. So check it out. Thank you very much, and stay tuned for the next videos. Now I have to turn the video off. Goodbye.